Mind of the Meanie is now an exclusive brand partner with WWEshop.com. Pick up all your favorite new merchandise from Roman Reigns,
Acknowledge me,
Cody Rhodes,
I have to finish the story,
LA Knight,
let me talk to you,
and more using our exclusive link in the show notes. Click below and show your support today for your favorite WWE superstar at WWEshop.com.
Yeah!
You know, Meanie,
What's that, Adam?
we hear this a lot. Every CBD company tells you that their product is the best. With quality control measures like lab testing and QR codes now becoming the standard, it can start to seem like all CBD brands are the same, but I'm here to tell you something, Meanie. They are not. Knowing what makes certain brands better will help you spend your money more wisely and have more confidence as you incorporate CBD oils, topicals, capsules, or gummies into your own wellness routine. And that's why we're proud to partner with Green Road CBD as an official sponsor of Mind of the Meanie. And Meanie, I know you're a longtime user of Green Road CBD. How has Green Road CBD helped you in your life?
Let me tell you, Green Road CBD is a product I've been using for years. And when we started Mind of the Meanie, I always was like, let's get Green Roads as a sponsor, because I use them almost daily. Whether it's the gummies, to take care of the aches and pains of 30 years of wrestling, the topical solutions that help my knees, help my back, help my elbows, help my shoulders. Green Road CBD has done everything to help me maintain a pain-free existence from all the years of wear and tear as a professional wrestler.
And to me, Meanie, that sounds like the Green Road's difference. And it comes down to a really few important points. They're just part of the reason that they've won industry awards year after year, earned thousands of five-star reviews, and have heard countless stories from customers just like you about the impact that those products have had on your life. So Green Roads is led by a compounding pharmacist with 25 years of experience helping her community getting healthy. For her and the entire company, it's more than just a job, it's a mission. And not all hemp sourcing is equal, Meanie. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. But they select their hemp from high-quality American farms, and also not all lab testing is equal, which is why they use an accredited independent lab to conduct full panel tests on every single batch. And that's why Green Roads is an original manufacturer, not just a quote-unquote white label brand. So right now, you can go to greenroads.com, Meanie, and save 25% off of your entire purchase. Wow. 25% off of everything, Meanie. That's huge. And all you have to do is go to their website right now, greenroads.com, and use promo code MEANIE at checkout. It's 25% off your entire purchase by using promo code MEANIE at greenroads.com. Own the day with Green Road CBD, and we thank them for sponsoring the program.
This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie! What's on your mind?
Brother.
Yeah, dog.
I'm just begging to feel like a fucking human being. That's all I'm trying to do over here, brother. Been still sick.
Yeah.
I say sick, but it's just like, it's, I don't know. It's the normal, can't breathe, head clogged, chest clogged, coughing at an annoying rate to where, like, if I heard myself coughing out in public, I'd be like, yeah, all right. Stop selling it, but
we got it, pal. We got it.
Yeah. Yo, cuz.
Yeah.
God, tell I got to show
man, but doing all right.
Good.
Doing all right. I mean, I guess the shit part is, Philly's shit the bed, but what are you gonna do? I was saying this throughout the week, and agree or disagree, don't matter. the Phillies kind of became victims of the thing that their own success, kind of.
Yeah.
I'll say this now, like the 2024 Mets are the 2022 Phillies, basically.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, you're right.
You know, they were low in the East, got hot at the right time, clutched a wild card spot, and just went to town. You know, they beat the Brewers. Now they've beaten the Phillies.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's that cough again. Phillies, got hot. You know, they got the wild card round. They kept playing. And then, the Braves, who had won the East 2 years in a row under the new playoff system, got bounced in the first round. So I'm starting to think that, like, this whole new playoff system is, like, broken, where, like, whoever gets that bye is fucked. You usually pray to get a first round bye, just to heal up and get healthy while the other teams are still playing and still sharp, Yeah. So that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. We'll see what happens. I'm still rooting for Detroit. I like Detroit as a city. Started my career in the Michigan area, so I got friends in Detroit. I got friends all over the country, but the Tigers. I love the underdog, so I hopefully I'll be rooting for them. I still think the Padres are a dangerous team too. So we'll see what happens. There'll probably be another World Series I won't give a shit about, but who knows? I'm on the football.
Yeah.
So
I want to just give a quick shout out here. We have our first super chat of the night from Darren Staley here. Says, no question, just a tip for being a game day player and showing up sick. Thank you, sir. And I know Carl thanks you as well, even though he does sound like this.
Yo, asshole, I don't fucking sound like that.
Yes, you do. So that is, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your super chat here at the beginning of the show. Thank you very much. Don't forget that the scroll at the bottom
always
here,
appreciate it.
You can see all of our super chat options here to get us going for the show. Meanie, it looks like we got a lot of questions off the bat here, brother. I'm just going to shout a couple people out here. Aaron Atherton says, hey now. Good to see you, pal.
What's up?
Masked Sanity says, Meanie!
Thanks for being here.
And
buddy of mine, great guy. I've known that guy forever. Been friends since the 90s.
And then I
don't know if he wants me to break kayfabe and say his real name, but he's a great dude.
We got Shackleford here. Painful exit. It stinks. I need a fucking critic
stinks,
button,
and I don't like it.
Just like Angel Hernandez. It stinks, and we hate this shit. We got a lot of sports stuff in here today on the chat, brother. Yeah. We can start here. Big Ben Ortmans says, "Can we get down to business right away?" And he uses your gimmick.
Oh, God.
He uses your shoot name, but I'm going to call you Meanie. Our fucking team
Ben knows me, so he can.
Our fucking team stink. And yes, they do. And the Commanders are beating us. What the absolute fuck?
The Commodores are doing very good right now.
They got that new quarterback, Lionel Richie. They're doing fucking fantastic.
Yeah. I hate the Commanders' name. They should have stayed Washington football team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put it this way: the kids. I don't even know the kid's name. It's like I've been so in baseball world right now, and it's like, and Washington. It's just like, eh.
Yeah.
No, my focus has always been on full disclosure, Ben is a Cowboys fan. But my hatred, my tension, I watch the Eagles. I watch football to watch the Eagles win and watch the Cowboys lose. Washington is there. So I'll say this, though. The kid's their new quarterback's playing really good. But I'll say this. When there's enough footage and tape on him and his, that you could study and pick up on his tendencies, like every player in the NFL, teams might start figuring him out soon. But we'll see. Washington has stunk for so long, but they've always been pesky. like even when they sucked, they were always a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the Giants stink too, but we'll see. Whoever wins 10 games in the NFC East. See, I'm on baseball. It's the National League East. On the NFC East, whoever wins 10 games will win the East.
Yeah.
The division's just so. It's not quite NFL. It's not quite NFC least yet because we're only in week 5. I believe week 5. No, week 6. Eagles just are coming off a bye week, and God damn it, they better beat the Browns. Or there'll be a conga line to the Walt Whitman Bridge.
I'm surprised there wasn't one already after this fucking past week, man. It was the shits.
Bro, it's just it'll be like the end of Beetlejuice, Rocky Body in time. Okay. But
right into the sewage, bro.
Oh yeah. But yo cuz.
Yo
cuz.
Yeah. The Eagles got some stuff to work on. Cowboys, as long as there's air in Jerry Jones' lungs, will be interesting. Dak is such a he can get you all the fantasy points, but as soon as fantasy football season's over, so it's whatever. He's first round exit. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Question for you though. Here's a good question for you, and I'm not advocating for Dallas in any way, shape, or form, but like, at what point do you just give up? Like, it's obvious this guy can't do what they need him to do. So at what point do you just move on?
They just extended him, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm happy. Yeah. So much dysfunction there. They pushed out Tony Romo to have Dak, and it's just basically the same thing. Look great during the regular season, slipping a banana peel in the playoffs, and that's it. My favorite line was, the Cowboys won the NFC East, and Dak refused to wear an NFC championship hat because he's like, I want to wear a bigger hat. And everybody's like, yeah, sombrero when you're in Mexico next week and you get eliminated from the playoffs. We got Dakota Rain Prescott, good quarterback with a stripper name,
Wait, his name is Dakota.
Now coming to the stage, Dakota Rain.
Stop. His name is Dakota Rain.
Dak?
Sounds like somebody
Prescott.
from Scruples.
His full name is Dakota Rain. Dakota Rain. Dakota Rain. Dakota Rain Prescott.
Yep. He's the feature dancer at Show and Tell on the off season. The boss says when the Cowboys lose, America wins, and that's right, brother. Salute.
You're goddamn right, boss.
Salute to you, sir, kind sir. Thank you, and America thanks you as well. Frank McBride says the Washington Kumquats, and Aaron Atherton says the Washington Scrotum Leeches, and all of those are effective names for the Commanders.
Those are applicable.
Yeah. Man, we got a lot of sports stuff in the chat today. We appreciate this. Masked Sanity says, what's with the Sixers wanting their own arena? How is that needed? Brother, that is a messy question here in Philadelphia, man. I personally don't see the need for it. I don't think there's anything really wrong with the Wells Fargo Center. And I think it's going to jack up a lot more downtown. Well, they're trying to put it in Chinatown, right? I think it's going to
leave Chinatown alone.
I think it's going to do way more harm than it's going to do good. I think it's wholly unnecessary.
Don't want to go to Center City.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I already don't. I'm very comfortable going to, sorry for the folks who are not from Philly. We're making this a very Philly-centric show.
Yeah, of course.
But in Philly, the Wells Fargo, all our sports complexes are perfectly placed right next to the Navy Yard. Wells Fargo Center, Citizens Bank Park, Lincoln Financial Field, right there. Now, the Sixers want to be like cousin, the they want to. I don't know why they feel the need to stray away from that area when that's pretty much like everything's going to be there, and especially now that they're talking about building a just bigger entertainment center surrounding those areas where there'll be hotels and this and that and the other thing.
Why?
If you're look, okay, you want your own place, okay. There's plenty of land down there where you can still build a facility. So why go to Center City? That's so stupid. I don't like it's weird, man. Living in South Philly, like I avoid Center City like the plague, just between parking and traffic, and you miss a turn and then you gotta circle around. It's just brutal.
Oh God. I'm flashing back right now, working in Center City in the winter of 2018, just walking up like from Suburban Station there and just being like, oh my God, I hate being here. It's just the fucking worst, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, where Wells Fargo is, where the Link and the bank, this is Bank Park, you can just hop on the Orange Line and be there wherever you go. It's perfect. Yeah. Now they got to, have their own place, and I don't get it. I don't like I don't like it. It stinks, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of conversation that's been happening in the city right now about this, and I am firmly in the camp of we don't need it. It's not necessary. How many of my friends and collaborators or people I work with who came to Philadelphia for the first time and were like, wow, this is super fucking convenient to have everything literally right here within walking distance of each other. You can literally walk almost in a triangle to get to all the stadiums, and then Xfinity Live is in the same complex. Like you don't have to go anywhere to get to where you need to be. And they
built that live casino that's doing pretty good. Yeah. And like I said, they got a plan to build, revitalize the whole area and make it like a total entertainment mecca. There's going to be hotels, restaurants, all that stuff. And you don't want to be a part of that. I just don't get it, But then again, the owner of the Sixers owns the Washington Commodores.
You mean the Washington Kumquats?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The guy who botched a handshake on Monday Night Football with Troy Aikman.
Oof.
One of the most uncomfortable things I've ever seen.
Yikes.
Other than me, I can't really talk because I always screw it. Like, I always go for the handshake when somebody's going for a fist pump, and then I go for the fist pump and they go for the handshake. So it's awkward. So maybe I shouldn't talk. But, yeah. Fuck that guy. Yeah. I don't get it.
I just, again, you're fucking with an area in the city that doesn't need to be messed with. It doesn't need to have this crap down there. Leave it the hell alone. Center City, like to your point, and if you've ever been to Philly, Center City is already a fucking mess as it is. It's already messy. It's already a shit show. You don't need to add anything else in there that's going to make it worse than how it already looks. So, we can firmly say in Mind of the Meanie, we are firmly against that idea. Just stay at the Wells Fargo Center. But Mass Sanity also says, I want MLB to have less playoffs. Go back to 3 division winners and 1 wild card. I'll do you one better, sir.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to see end. Are you ready for this one? This might be controversial. I want them to end interleague play during the regular season. Fucking stupid. And even in the playoffs. It's fucking stupid, and it wrecks the whole point of the game.
Dude, I miss the days when the World Series meant these two teams you're watching have never played each other before.
Thank you.
Right. So, if it's a team that already played, it kills the luster, Even though MLB's one thing and the National Leagues, they're all under the same umbrella. I loved it when they didn't cross-pollinate. And, when they get to the World Series, they're like, oh, these teams never faced each other, except for, maybe preseason, spring training. But, I missed that aspect of seeing 2 teams that have never played each other. I wish they were going to do that in the football. National League teams play National League teams, American League, AFC teams play AFC teams, NFC teams play NFC teams.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I always think about the Yankees and the Phillies. Like, I don't want to see them play until they get to the series. I don't want to see that shit. That's a big time showdown. You know, like you said, I remember being a kid. I can't even remember when interleague play started and when they changed that rule, but it felt like for me, it just made it kind of like, okay, well, why do I want to see this now? You know, the best team on one half faces the best team on the other half. That's the whole point of the, like, it does. I don't know.
I can say maybe around 93, I noticed it. Maybe like they're like, oh, there'll be a couple interleague games, you know, like, and it was like a 1 week thing, maybe. And I'm sure there's people out there smarter than me who can pinpoint it down, but I wasn't aware of interleague play until like maybe 93. Yeah. And, you know, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But, it just ruins the whole meaning of the World Series. Just, you want the best of one division to play the best of other division, you know, conference, but best of one conference play the best of the other conference.
He's Mass Sanity's here. He says, yes, interleague play is no longer fun. Get rid of the designated hitter in the NL. Yes, get rid of it. Thank you. Someone with common sense here too. I like the strategy of the National League teams versus the American League teams with different rules. Yeah, like you said, it just made sense. Like neither of these leagues should be playing against each other until the very end of the season of the World Series. That's the whole goddamn point. The only good thing to come from interleague play is the feud between Roger Clemens and Mike Piazza in 2000. Oh, my goodness. And Machete's here. Pod Squad member Machete Von Kill. What's up, Machete?
Machete Von Kill.
Says, I live in Podungville, so talk all the Philly talk you want. I think we're here to talk sometimes sports and sometimes wrestling, but I think we can end on a good note there. Actually, the boss, one last thing. Let's see how a healthy Eagles team plays. Nick Sirianni, he's referring to, needs to let his coordinators do their job. So it is Eagles season. And with that, sir,
fucking gang day. Gang burn!
We want to welcome the Eagles back here. So, Meanie, I want to just catch up with you real fast, dude. It's good to see you, as always, my friend. A pleasure, as always. Hopefully you start feeling more like a human very soon. I'm starting to feel it settle in my nose here. And, and I can feel it. You know when I'm sick, longtime listeners will know when I'm sick because when I start laughing, I start coughing. And when that happens, I have to shut my mic off for a couple of seconds because it fucking hurts. But what else hurt was watching that Hell in a Cell match from Bad Blood last weekend. Did you get a chance to watch that shit? And tell me what you thought, man. I have not
had a chance to watch it, but from what I've seen, again, I've said this before, this day and age, you really don't need to watch pay-per-view because everybody puts clips online. But, man, the gash on top of Drew McIntyre's head was brutal. And like I said, that was going to be probably the match tonight. And I believe they opened up the show.
They did. Yeah. Uncle Dave gave the match 5 stars. Yes, I was very surprised to see a CM Punk match in 2024 get a 5-star rating, but it was everything that I had expected, man. And from what I understand, to use an insider term, because I try not to do that very much, but Drew took a hit to the top of his head from Punk with a toolbox. And from what I understand, he took the hit as the industry folk would say, the hard way. But he was bleeding pretty good, man. I mean, he was bleeding like a stuck pig. That was some gnarly shit. I know for sure. I think I tweeted too, where it was just like, man, that's somebody got to look at that. Like, did he gig himself too hard? Like, what happened?
18 staples, they said.
God.
Which is someone who's gotten up to maybe 6 staples. You know, hopefully he was dude, I had to get 6 staples in the back of my head, and the Novocaine hadn't completely set in yet. And like on the second one, I was like, I feel that, you know, and I can't imagine what 18 staples feels like going in, but you know, Drew's a beast, man. And Punk's amazing, you know, and I am not surprised that they put on such a great match with the story they've been telling. You know, my favorite part is when they bring out the bag and you think it's going to be like the Mick Foley thumbtacks, and it's just all pieces of a friendship bracelet just dumped into the ring, and Such good stuff, man. Such good storytelling. But, I definitely, I've been so in I'm sick land and MLB playoff land that like I haven't really had a chance to watch any wrestling, and hey, you're a professional wrestler. How can you not watch wrestling? Easily, trust me. But again, I follow along on social media, so I feel I didn't watch wrestling, but I stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night, so
Yeah,
I am so sick. I haven't even bothered fucking shaving.
I was going to say, dude, that is a pretty impressive playoff beard. I got to tell you, that is.
Yeah, well, I made the excuse of, like I said before we went on our honeymoon, I made sure I shaved almost every day leading up to leaving because I wanted to look good for our photos that we took over there. And then Miss DeMeanie was like, "Oh, is that a playoff beard?" I'm like, "Oh yes." But I'm going from playoff beard to Halloween costume. We based it's super secret kayfabe until we show it off. That's what we do every year. We don't tell people where we're going to be until they see the big reveal, so to speak. But my facial hair is going to be part of my Halloween costume this year. So, I joke that, when I'm clean shaven, it's like I have this old, and this is going to be a outdated reference, but Sierra Coupe look, the old health general or whatever, United States. And so now that I've grown on this beard, I got the Colonel Sanders look. So I just need a shoestring fucking necktie or whatever they're called. Just need the old Colonel Sanders necktie. My 13 flavors held in a vault. Or however he sounded. I don't even know what the fuck he sounds like.
Honestly, I can't even recall it. I remember hearing it at some point, but I don't remember the voice itself. But I'm not used to seeing you with a mustache, man. I gotta be honest. It's a different change of pace. But
I got a questionable facial hair. I wish I could grow, like anybody I see somebody grow out a full beard, I get jealous. But like over here is patchy, over here is patchy. I don't have to say I'm too fat for facial hair. Like maybe if I lost weight, all the hairs would come together and I have a fuller beard. Who knows?
I say the same thing. You can kind of see it like underneath my chin here because now my face is widening again. And you can see it like on the sides. If I trim it too short, it's shitty. And then if I trim it too close to my chin, this all hangs down and it's like a big fucking like the ladies from the lunch lady rooms that have the big hanging down arms, they made the best fucking mac and cheese in the world. That's what it looks like right underneath here. So I have to, it's like a delicate balance, man,
That's what this covers. This points to where my chin's supposed to be. This
yeah, this is
just say, oh yeah, it's my Jim Neidhart, tribute. Actually, it just cover up the gobble. The gobble I got going underneath there.
This is the yoga pants of my face here on my chin because I have no chin. But no, it sucks, man. I hate that you're feeling so shitty, man. I hate that it's kicking your ass like that. But
dude, I almost want to say it happened when we're in Ireland, but there's a moment where you go, oh shit, I'm about to be sick, and it was like right before we left, and there's that little moment where you go, oh, and it's, But, I mean, what are you going to do?
I saw the pictures that you posted that Mrs. Meanie took. There was the one picture where you're standing, I think, in front of a wall of flowers. You're holding a drink, if I remember correctly, where you're drinking something. I was like, that's a fucking amazing photo. And B, that could be like a Foo Fighters album cover. Like, that's how good it was. Like, I was like, that's fucking great.
That was at a bar called Johnny Fox's, and that place is great. They have so many cool things, like there's like an old Model T car there, there's an old school phone booth there. And the fact that she knows the cities better than I do is no surprise. I'm just like, okay, here we go. And But yeah, that was right outside Johnny Fox's, great pub, and when we go not, we if we go back, we're doing the exact same tour again too.
Yeah.
But we took a 9-hour 6-pub rural pub tour through the mountains of Dublin, or Dublin area, I should say. And that was like the second stop. And the cool thing about doing these tours is you become familiar with the places, and then you try different things. Like Johnny Fox's had like their own in-house ale that I was trying. And then when we ended at a place, I'm sorry, that was a different night. Sunday when we went to watch the Eagles game in Dublin, there's a place called J.R. Mahone's, which I know I'm fucking up the name. Pat McAfee broadcasted from there.
Mm-hmm.
They had their own version they had their own J.R. Mahone's Stout, which is like their version of Guinness. Fucking fantastic. So the cool thing about going to Ireland, you can find a bunch of places that have their own in-house beers, stouts, ales, whatever. And when I go over to Ireland or England, I love doing ciders too. There's some are sweet, some are sour, or sour or whatever. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm glad you like that photo. She sent the photos to me earlier. I was like, let me post some of these. But the pub tour was awesome. We went to Galway for the day. That was awesome. And the cool thing about her is like, we took the one tour, but everything was like done through her. She's like hyper focused on things, and she does research and looks at it. And she booked the perfect vacation, a perfect honeymoon, I should say, for all the things we did and all the places we went. Going to the Dublinia exhibit and, just doing so many cool things. I found myself going on YouTube and looking at World Cam Dublin, just going, I miss you. It's so cool now. I can look at the Earth Cam from Dublin and go, oh, and I know exactly where it is. I know how to walk there. And the cool thing is we went for my birthday and then we went for my honeymoon, and we stayed at 2 different places, different parts of the city. So it's like 2 different experiences, but they were very familiar, which is weird, but such a great time. We're already planning on going back maybe in August for her birthday.
Awesome, man. Her
40th is in August. So what better excuse to go back to Ireland?
Absolutely, man. Yeah. And like I said, it looked those pictures. I was like, holy shit, this is exactly what I would do if I was over there. Right. Like I'd be taking photos of everything. What does she shoot with?
Dude, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew, but it's a very good camera. I'll find. I was gonna say,
let me know because I'm curious. I would love to know what she shoots with.
Yeah,
she's fucking fantastic. If you haven't seen him, go to Meanie's Facebook or to his Instagram page and check them out there. They're absolutely fabulous photos. So
yeah, and she's so artistic. Between hand making stuff like hand sewing vests and making that, or paintings, or photography. She's so creative. I'm quite envious of the things she can do. Like, I couldn't draw a straight line if it gave me a fucking ruler, but she could do all these great things. And she posted some photos on her private Facebook, and like just the things she sees that I don't see and she captures with the camera are fantastic.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed those shots. So please pass my appreciation to Mrs. Meanie when you speak to her later today.
You're not the first person asking what kind of camera I have, and I'm just like,
well, because I'm a photographer. So as soon as I see it, I'm like, I just want to know what it is. I need to see it.
It's like that gif of the baby going, no. That's me,
Oh my goodness!
That's why I'm the worst reviewer of anything, or
It was good. It was good.
That was good.
All right.
What'd you think of that beer? I liked it.
A little tart.
Would you care to expound? Not really. No.
Yeah.
Just
good.
It was either good or I'm not doing that again.
A little tart, kind of sticky, but overall pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't even going down that. Okay.
Wait, that's the name of the episode. Little tart, a little sticky, but overall good. Oh, I got to write that down before I forget it.
Dude, I don't even know if I should be put like. I found this thing online where you could get like a fake book written up with your face on the cover and all this stuff. And it's like, you know, poop like a champion by such and such, and have the AI write the book for you.
Oh my God.
I'm so tempted to do that.
You absolutely should. Make a children's book about pooping.
Oh yeah.
Everybody poops with Blue Meanie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
First of all, I need to write my own book. You know, I keep flirting with the idea of doing an autobiography.
You absolutely should, man. Some of the stories you told me.
I've been talking to somebody about it, and I got stories written. I'm just so mad because when I used to have my old website, I used to write a blog, and I can't. I've gone on the
Wayback
website. I've gone on Wayback Machine. I can't find any of them, and it sucks, man. And I'm trying to find them through. There's two things I can't find that I had on my old website. My blogs, which were awesome. And a photo of me, Roadkill, and Lemmy from Motorhead.
Oh, man.
Because one night we got to have dinner with them. And it tortures me.
Oh, God.
And the thing is, I'll go on Roadkill's website through the Wayback Machine, and there's a spot where the photo was, but it's like the photo of the broken, like the God damn it, it was right there, you know?
God, that sucks. I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed, man. And I'm surprised that it didn't retain anything from your blog. Like, and what was the old? Have you ever tried to like go back to the old hosting site? Have you ever tried to like get your credentials, or did they completely delete it from their server?
I don't know. Somebody fucking hijacked the website and they want like 80 grand for it or something. I don't know. One of those things where, they're holding my website hostage. You know, the bluemeanie.com, they're holding that hostage. So I'll never get that back,
Jesus
but
Christ, man.
It sucks because I trusted somebody to run the website for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that person went and sold the site behind my back because like I'm so technologically stupid. But I've gone to look to see if, about trying to get my site back. But then I go, oh, what do I need to buy a website for? I got Facebook, I got Twitter, I got Instagram, so
that sucks.
It does suck, but I wish I could go back and find my old blogs. I have a buddy, Scott, who played bass in a band called Bonehead. And we're still close to this day. We met like in the 90s, and he signed his band. Bonehead signed to Atlantic Records under the name Familiar 48, and they had a really big hit on the radio. But Scott would write these mini stories, and I would put them on my website. Tales from the Meanie Mark. And he would just write the most ridiculous. He would get stoned and write these most ridiculous stories. And I was like, all right, I'm putting that up. And and I could find all those, but I can't find my own goddamn blogs. It's like, God damn it.
Jesus.
I think there was a point where we went from posting them on the actual site to using some kind of server thing. Like, I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah, it's like it's like a hosting site. Yeah, it's what I use like when
hosting site, like whatchamacallit, something you would put a message board onto or something like that. I don't know. But I try to look for it. I can't find it. I used to call them meanie messages. So I look for those on the Wayback Machine and could never find them. But it is what it is. But that said, I need to write a book. And I'm talking to somebody who's giving me tips on writing, and he's trying to walk me through the process. Even if I have to sit down and write a story a day, my biggest thing is, do I want to be chronological?
Yeah.
And then I was born on Friday, May 18th at 2 p.m. in South Philadelphia. And my mom says the doctors ordered Chinese food. And, and then on the second day, I took my first shit, and then, and then when I was 51, do I want to do a chronological or just write a bunch of stories and be one of those books where you just flip to any chapter and there's a story kind of thing, There's a battle going on in my head on how to do this and do it right, which was the same battle of if I do a podcast, what's it going to be about?
Right.
What do I, because, I always, Headbanger Mosh had a podcast for a while there. And it was just him. And he's like, dude, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe I don't want to do a podcast, but people keep telling me you need to do a podcast. Like, yeah, but what the fuck do I do?
That's why we work well together, sir. That is why we do well together.
I think this formula is pretty good because it could be whatever we want it to be.
Yep.
It could be sports, it could be movies, it could be wrestling, it could be whatever. And we've got this formula down to where, I think this is a good companion piece for just somebody who's the guy driving to work drives to work by himself and it's like he's eavesdropping in on a conversation like I do anytime I'm out in public.
I thought I was the only one that did that. No, I agree, man. I think there's a certain like comfortability that comes with listening to the show. I get that all the time. It's like, yeah, I listen to it. Like Nate Smythe texts me. He's like, I always start my Monday. And by the way, shout out to Nate Smythe. He's getting married tomorrow. That's why he's not here today. So congratulations to you and Amy, my friend. We love you and we hope you have a great time tomorrow. But every Monday he'll send me a photo. Hey man, I'm listening to the show again. I can't start my Mondays without this. And it's like he's a drive to work. And like, I love that. I love hearing that stuff. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes there, but it's also, it's amazing. I get people who randomly reach out and tell me that they listen, and it just blows me away. And, we're a part of people's rituals, which is cool.
Yeah.
I have podcasts I listen to every day. I'm listening to, I'm watching like Eagles videos, Philadelphia Eagles videos. I'm watching UFO news breakdowns, and then I watch my own wrestling. I watch wrestling stuff too, but but the fact that people make it a point to listen to us when it drops each and every Monday, which we haven't missed one yet.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool, and we've been cognizant of the fact that hey, if I'm going away, you're going away, we'll do a double header just to make sure we always hit that Monday deadline, so
we recorded an episode I recorded an episode of this show while I was in a fucking basement in Cleveland, Ohio, which I'm pretty sure the basement for what was that character's name from Silence of the Lambs? It puts the lotion on its skin. Buffalo Bill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's where his fucking dungeon was based off of. But Greg Alker from the Megamind Council, who also definitely made out with a mannequin once. His breaking your balls here. He says JBL holding your website hostage, and if he is, we got to find out.
No, me and JBL are friends. But
I told him that. I was like, they're good. He's like, I'm just going to ask JBL questions. You ball breaker.
Dude, man, we were texting a few times over this last week, because I got a text thing between me, JBL, and Jerry Briscoe.
Oh, shit.
And because from back from when I did their podcast, and they want to bring me on again, and we're thinking about a couple of ideas of having me come on without going into detail what it would be about, but it would be like a unique topic, and it would be a lot of fun. But I was trying, I should have led this show off with this. Hope all my friends in Florida are doing well. I was checking on Jerry Briscoe, a lot this week because he's right there in Tampa. It was supposed to be heading right towards Tampa, and they said from where the storm hit, Tampa dodged a major bullet because they had like a negative 5 foot storm surge where the wind blew the water out of the bay.
That's
So,
fucking like I hope if you're listening to that, I hope you can picture or at least conceptualize what Meanie is talking about here. Like the wind was so strong in this storm, it pushed the water out 5 feet from the fucking bay. Like that is absolutely insane.
His house is right on the water, so I was worried. Jerry Briscoe is one of the people I love. I love Jerry Briscoe. And I was just, send a message, hey, how you holding up? Just waiting to hear back. And, me, him, and JBL are in the same chat log. But, me and JBL are cool, man. It's going on 20 years. Maybe buy a new fucking calendar.
Yeah. Listen, anybody who's asking, just to let you know, the whole thing with Meanie and JBL, everything's good. I know it comes as a surprise. It might be a thing.
We need to bring up that clip of Philly Captain.
I'd love that Greg is here to just stir the shit up. But yeah, no, I'm gonna put that clip of Philly Captain on the board, and I'm gonna set it as a video here. So when we ever get JBL questions, it's just gonna play. That's my FAQ. I actually I found a little bit here online about your blog. So I have the original URL for the blog. It looks like it was a MySpace blog back in 2005.
Yeah, but I have stuff going back to the 90s that was on my regular website as well.
But that's what I mean. Like I'm trying to figure out if I can,
if I can find it, I would be thrilled.
If I can do a little bit of investigation on this and see if I can trace it back anywhere and see if I can find anything. Because a lot of times what will happen is that some of these other websites will have embedded links, and then you can click on it and it'll pull up, even if it's just the text itself, right? Even if I can just pull from that and be like, here you go, dude. Here's 2 or 3 things we can find. I'm going to put it out to you all as well. If you find anything from Blue Meanie's blog, DM me on Instagram or Twitter, because we're not fucking calling it X. I will pay. I don't have a lot of money, but I will pay you something for your hard work here, because I want to find some of this old stuff from Meanie here, and I think we owe it to him to find that for his book. And plus, I'd love to read it. I know I've told you before, I used to read your stuff back in the day, and we were Facebook friends long before we were actual co-hosts and actual friends in real life. So I would love to check that out. But
we took the scenic route.
We traipsed around for a little while. Yeah. But no, I am now this, like I said, we're good thoughts and positive vibes for everybody down there in Florida right now. I know it was weird seeing the photos and the video of all the destruction and stuff that was going on. But what really fucked me up a little bit was the Tropicana Field.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I was just there, but I was there in January, sitting in that stadium watching the Rumble from the press box and looking up and being like, oh shit,
there's taking selfies.
I was actually. I took selfies with all my friends.
Look at you taking selfies. I'm calling you out.
I actually have this great photo someone took of me. I can't remember if it was Chris Van Vliet or not, but let me tell you, Chris. That's how I greet him when I see him. Let me tell you, Chris. And then we'll start for about 10 minutes. Every time I pass him.
I've been in a room with him and we've never talked,
that's disappointing. I would love to see a sit down.
He's a great guy.
I'd love to see a sit down Chris Van Vliet interview with the Blue Meanie, but I'm just going to put that out there in the ether. But yeah, we basically, that's all I do now is I dap him up and then we just talk as Jesse Ventura to each other. But
let's do that. Let's get at the pod squad just to pester Chris Van Vliet.
Van Vliet is how Will Sasso says it. But listen, Chris, you got you follow me on the old Xbox there. You know how to find me, man.
He follows me too.
Let's do this, brother. I would love to see it. But now I have this great picture at the event. It's me and Cameron Hawkins, Seahawk. We're sitting there watching the show, and it's this great big view of the stadium and the ring and everything. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. And just seeing it, man, it's the shits, man.
They were using it as a staging area for a hospital.
Yeah.
As a makeshift medical gimmick.
Yeah.
And then the roof blew up. And I'm familiar with that. That's where they, Phillies, played the first 2 games of the '08 World Series,
Oh, that's right. That is the same stadium, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's
a shame.
So
man.
anytime I, look at that place, when I'm playing MLB The Show or I dust off my '08 World Series videos, which I should do now just to fucking ease the pain of the ball kick that the Phillies did.
Ooh.
But
Mass Sanity wants to say, so did you hear when Chris Van Vliet had Karrion Kross and Will Sasso do the Ventura impressions for Jesse Ventura? I actually messaged Chris after this, and I was like, this is everything I've ever wanted to see in my entire life. Like, I just could, just so unbelievable to watch, and just, like, only he could pull something like that off. Like, just, he had to be the guy. But
hey, you know what? I got something right now. I haven't done this in a while on the podcast. I'm going to do it right now.
Let's do it, man.
Let's see. Hold on. There we go.
I hope you were recording on the board. Every time he gasses himself out.
Right into it.
This is me right now.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
It smells like a cabbage dinner.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph and Casey and JoJo.
Yeah. Did the mic pick that up?
It did. Yeah, it was loud. Did y'all? Let us know if y'all heard that, because I heard it loud and clear. Were you recording on your board? If not, I can pull it right from here, brother. I got it. Yeah, Gulf of Tonkin. That's right. Every single time. Well, let me tell you, Chris, you didn't go down to the Gulf of Tonkin. I love the fact that Jesse just signed a Legends deal too. Like, I can't wait to see what they do there.
Dude, I want to see him in the video game.
Yeah. My favorite meanie fart is when you did it in front of the singer of Power Man 5000 at Monster Mania. Now, wait.
I don't remember doing that.
Wait, Mass Sanity. I'm going to ask you to tell that story, but first, because I'm going to ask the question now.
Start typing it now.
Yeah, start typing it in now, and then we can talk it. Meanie, I have a quick question.
I don't remember this.
I have a quick question for you, sir.
Yes.
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to. Ask me something.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
This is a drizzling shit.
Don't forget to tweet your questions using the hashtag AskMeanie or drop them in the chat box here, and we will ask them live on the show. Meanie, while Aaron Atherton says, Meanie, that part was epic. It sure was. It certainly was good, sir. What are you drinking on today, sir?
Well, going with the theme of the season, I got the Bellevue Caramel Apple
man.
seltzer. And you went to Pittsburgh, so you picked up some of the...
I did. So yes and no. So I picked up some of the cheap shit from the vending machine, and then I got really thirsty over the course of the week, and I drank them all. And so, but...
Son of a bitch.
But, you son of a bitch. But I do know where to find them out here in Philadelphia, so I will have them for next week. But today... I got something just as good. I got my my
so you have something.
I do have something. Yeah, I had to stop today to get it. It's nice and chilled here in my room. Sparkling.
I can't talk because I've been guilty of forgetting.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, "Oh fuck!" So you'll see me like covertly text Mrs. Goober and be like, "Can you come and bring something in?" But
we had Vietnamese for lunch, so that's what that part was.
You talk about Vietnam. I was in Vietnam in the Gulf of Tonkin. Here, I got some Starburst lemon flavor, which was sourced directly from the Baja. We're going to crack these here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Sandman it.
Smells so good. Cheers. Cheers, beers. Pinkies up. Oh, that's good shit.
And I think Mass has the story ready.
So in case you're just joining us here, Mass Sanity says, my favorite meanie fart was when you did it in front of the singer of Power Man 5000 at Monster Mania, which Meanie has no recollection of.
I don't remember doing that.
So he says, that was at the sweet party. You told me to pay attention to what you were doing. You went over to the cooler to get a beer where he was standing. You bent over and let it rip. What did he do? What was his response?
Oh my God. They tried to do a storyline saying he was Rob Zombie's brother when he wasn't, or something like that.
I was just going to ask, was there any truth to that?
That was phony baloney.
I figured. It's nonsense, poopy pants. Yeah. That's not. That is unbelievable, man.
He
knows. He knows sold it. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping he was going to gag or something like that. So.
Yeah, like fucking Michael Starr from Steel Panther. He was in the Van Halen tribute band. I farted, and he just stopped the whole concert. He's just like, "No, stop! Somebody in the crowd just shit their pants, and everybody pointed at me. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I know." Yeah.
Aaron Atherton just says, "I let a fart out while I was working as a door greeter at Walmart, and a mom checked her baby."
Those are the best. Children are the best reason to let out a fart, or the best excuses to fart, because
that's right.
They'll pick up their infant and smell the diaper like, I just changed them.
What the fuck, man? All right, we got a handful of questions here. Thank you for all your questions as you drop them in, and thank you for all the super chats.
It's been a great episode, great chat.
Lots of great times here, lots of fun. Let's see. Matthew Rodriguez says, favorite place in New York, and have you ever visited the Sex Museum in Fifth Avenue?
Oh, what, like as far as like dining?
I think maybe just New York place in general. Yeah.
Shit, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I have this place. This isn't a ringing endorsement because, okay. There's a place called, I had to find it and screen cap it. I have a folder for it because I go to New York. I go there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a place called Vincent's.
Okay.
119 Mott Street, New York. This is what it looks like there.
Oh, shit.
Food's so good that I made a point to keep the place, screen capped and saved on my phone. I hope the guy still works there, who I haven't been there in a while, but hopefully the guy who I know still works there. But you go there and Italian food, like the meatball spaghetti, the meatballs are the size of softballs, and you could drink like a whole thing of wine, to bring the thing of wine to the table. And it's just like, and you're just looking out the window, people watching, and there's 8x10s on the wall of everybody who's been there. You're like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. And I think it's right down the street from where they filmed. Oh my God, what's that? What's his name? Christopher Ben did a movie about being in the New York mob. It's supposed to be in Hell's Kitchen. I can't think of the name of the movie, but it's filmed right down the street. And of course, I'm going to think of it as soon as we're done recording. But that's my favorite spot in New York to go to, even though I said I haven't been there in a while. I don't go to New York that often just because I hate driving in New York.
Yeah.
If I'm in New York and walking around, cool. If I could just teleport myself there, that'd be awesome. But to drive there and be in standstill traffic and pay those tolls, it's just like, God damn.
Yeah, dude. Right there. It's usually the Lincoln Tunnel, too, to get in, and it's a fucking nightmare every single time. We have a process where we just take the train now. We'll purposefully drive an hour to go to New Jersey and either take Hamilton or we'll take Princeton Junction. We'll jump on the New Jersey Transit line and it'll dump us right in a Penn Station. And I'm like, fuck it. It's easier than paying the tolls. I should say, if we're going to Manhattan, right? If we're going to Brooklyn or somewhere else, then we'll drive. But like, if I'm going to Manhattan, I'm just going to fucking jump on the New Jersey Transit line. And it's so much easier. But I have multiple places in New York that I enjoy.
Let me look up that name of the movie.
I can't remember the name of that place that Mrs. Goober and I went to for dinner. I'm a big, we're big, like, Rockefeller Center at Christmas time. Like, I'm a big Christmas freak, so I love it. And it's just like something about being there is like the greatest thing of all time. And then there's Oh, Christ, there was a restaurant we ate at, and I can't remember the name. I'll have to ask her. I'll have to get it for you. But no, New York is, it's just such a special place for me.
That movie was State of Grace.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
With Robin Penn. Sean Penn, Gary Oldman, Ed Harris, Robin Wright, and Gary Oldman, John C. Reilly, John Turturro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Epic movie. If you haven't seen State of Grace, go watch it.
Nice.
Excellent movie. And Vincent's in New York. It was like right down the street from where they filmed. Because I think they have photos of the actors from the movie. They must have went there for lunch or something like that. But great movie.
JV Villarreal, I'm probably fucking that up here real fast. He says, "Why you on me, Meanie? What's your deal, man?" JV, good dude. Another disciple of Tracy Smothers. Him and my buddy Matt McCormick. We just get together and talk about Tracy Smothers, do our Tracy Smothers impersonations all day. Hey, man, there's your family. Why do I hate you? So JV's a good dude, man. Good people. And I'm what? It's cool to see all these people I know coming out, taking part of the chat. It's awesome.
Matt Sanity. I know Matt Sanity since the 90s. He's a great dude. And then, he comes out to McCusker's when he's in town too. So, it's good people. I mean, it's a great chat going on here.
Yeah, it's very lively tonight. I love this.
Yes.
Matt from Dover wants to know, Cody has his own wrestling school that's taking new applicants currently. What should someone know before they dive head into learning the ropes?
Just if you're, the most important thing about going to start doing a job is to kind of like have a head start on it. So if you're about to go join a wrestling school, just be used to, being physically fit, basically, whether it's going out, go for a run take up running, weightlifting and stuff like that. So I know when you go to Cody's gym, you're probably going to, want to have a leg up on the game, as far as being your, cardiovascular ready, wrestling's, knowing moves and all that stuff's important, but, like when I was in ECW, Bam Bam Bigelow put me aside. It's like, hey man, I get it. I love your gimmick. I understand, but I know you're never going to be Charles Atlas, but, be a big guy like myself, do yourself a favor and go to the gym and just, ride the bike, get a strong set of wheels,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing worse than being in the middle of a match and your legs feel like they're spaghetti, and, you see, you watch those old Tough Enoughs, and it's true. You just see these guys, they think to just walk in and do it.
Yeah.
It's, if you're going to go train someplace for, months or, weeks before you go there, it's go out, go to the gym, hit the cardio machines, go running, go jogging, whatever, build up some endurance. So when you get in there, you're ready to go. And like I said with anybody, if you want to be a wrestler, it's, be the first one to show up, be the last one to leave, mouth closed, ears open.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask questions, but, pick your spots, and if you're going to trade at Cody's school, you're in good hands already. So, like I said, just be one up on the rest of the people who are probably going to go there and try to get, become a wrestler, so, there's like a lot of cheat sheets out there that I never had when I went to wrestling school, when I was learned, I first went to wrestling school and, you're doing stuff in the ring and just suck it for a win. But like, as you, get used to it and build up that callus, your cardio gets better. But if you can beat that to the punch and be already and like have some good, and I'll say this, there's a difference between being in shape and being in ring shape too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, once you get in that ring and you're doing things, when LT, Lawrence Taylor, wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania, he said it was the most physically grueling thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
And that's Lawrence Taylor. Like I said, you could be in shape, but ring shape's a totally different beast.
Let's say I have a buddy, Liam Crowley. He's one of the guys I work with. He writes for Comic Book. He was starting to take some bumps and learning the ropes, and he was telling me they did. It's when the guy runs and he runs at the ropes and then he falls down. The other guy runs over top and then he jumps over top. The drop downs, yeah. He said that was the most, and he's a really in shape guy. Like he is very takes very good care of himself, very conditioned. He said he was like, I felt like I was going to die after the first 3. He was like, that is unbelievable. And he's like, I just didn't realize how different it was. And he's like, you hear that from people, but like, it's true. You don't realize how different it is until you're actually in the space. But
so you're in the middle of it going, oh, what have I signed up for?
What did I do?
Yeah, I'm not. I was never, but Mr. Charles Atlas or Mr. Most Muscular. I always had the extra weight and baggage, but
yeah,
once you get in ring shape, that's a whole different thing. And I always admired guys like Bigelow and who can just go. Big guys who can just go.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like I said, if you're going to Cody school, just be ahead of the game. Just with figuring out what what you're about to go through, because it's not going to be easy, but the more you do it, be cardiovascularly ready, before you go there. So I'm just repeating myself at this point.
You're good. You're good, man. Last question of the night comes from John Redondo. He says, Meanie, what is your favorite horror movie of all time? And what's your favorite horror movie of this year or last year?
I haven't watched any current horror movies, but let me think. All time? Probably Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. It is a good cast, good story, great soundtrack. When Dawkins doing the main title song, Dream Warrior. That's pretty good. And then Trick or Treat, which is an oldie but goodie, Mm-hmm. But all time, probably Nightmare on Elm Street 3, for sure.
We want to thank you all for your questions this week. We appreciate you. Don't forget, like I said, to, Mass Sanity says, Showgirls is my favorite horror movie. Ay caramba. Whoo-wee. So that's a movie I'd like to forget. But what we don't want to forget is you sending your questions in, dropping them for us each and every week. Thank you so much for that. And we thank you for your super chats and you being here with us to view the show each and every week. Meanie, as always, I want to thank you for doing the program and having a blast with me each and every Friday night. Here with our friends at One True Sport, by the way, who you should go and subscribe right now. These fucking guys are so good at everything they're doing right now.
Got a great crew.
Great fucking crew. Go ahead and support them. If you see under my face here, there's a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit like. Share this video as well so people know that we are here now as well. And the good news is you can still get this episode, the audio version, on our actual YouTube page each Monday. And then 10 days after this live show, the video version, this exact version of the show, goes right onto our YouTube page. So go ahead and check it out over there as well. But Meanie, like I said, I want to thank you for doing the program with me here. Where can everybody keep up to date, good blue sir, with all things blue when they're not watching or listening to the program?
See if I can get through this one.
I believe in you.
If you would like to follow Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Blue Meanie, PWO, on all forms of social media. To support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. To support Mind of the Meanie, go to didn't take too long. To support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. MadCatBeardCare.com. Go to MadCatBeardCare.com. Get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil and Balm. Shout out to my boy Josh Thornton doing an amazing job over there. All proceeds go to take care of all the feral cats in this neighborhood. He rounds them up takes them to the vet and releases them back better than he found them. So go to madcatbeercare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself and many others I'm trying not to spoil. So for more updates, go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on the Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com or Twitter at UPW Video Game. The figure collection's Bone Crushing Wrestler Series 1 variants of the Blue Meanie are available right now. All Series 1s can be ordered right now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. Type Blue Meanie in the search bar. You can select original Blue Meanie or BWO Blue Meanie. Either way, there is no wrong choice. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast, book the Blue Guy, and let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Book through the site, not through the app, because the app takes too much money. That's right. Go to the website, cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO, and let's get a video. Let's make somebody's day a little bit brighter over at cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. So find me there. You can also listen to my other show, Foundation Radio, by going to youtube.com/@FoundationRadioPod or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. I have a very fun interview coming up this week. Fingers crossed that it sticks through, and I'll tell you next week on Friday after it's complete, but I think it's going to be a little bit dirty. So I hope you'll enjoy it. Go ahead and check it out. Go subscribe today to the YouTube channel so you keep up to date with everything I have coming. Shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville on the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go ahead and schedule your appointment today with Kane or Jordan or anyone on the Fabulous team at 10th Ward Barbershop by going to 10thwardbarbershop.com. Don't forget to check out all of my pieces and all of my news bits and my features over at The Takedown on SI, which is part of the Sports Illustrated family. My second piece was about the Blue Guy and his conversation and commentary on our episode when we talked about Over the Edge 1999. So go ahead and check out The Takedown on SI and go follow us over at SI_wrestling. The Feinberg Method. Go to thefeinbergmethod.com and use promo code Goober. Save up to 20% off of your entire purchase. My trainer, Brad Feinberg, is ready to help you with your mental and physical well-being. So go to thefeinbergmethod.com. ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. ProWrestlingTees.com/Foundation Radio. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa DeMeanie and the Barnard home for wayward and troubled youth. And don't forget to go to OneTrueSport.com. Pick up a shirt over there and help us keep the lights on at this wonderful, wonderful network. And we would appreciate that very much. Their shirts are actually fantastic. I'm not being paid to tell you that, I promise. The material is great. It fits really well around if you're a kind of a husky guy like me. It fits really, that XL fits sharply around that waistline, brother. So I think you'll really enjoy it. So go to OneTrueSport.com and help support the network. Go ahead to Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Sign up today. Tiers start at just $10. And if you look at Meanie's head above him, YouTube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. Subscribe today. You'll get this episode in 10 days and you'll get the audio version again on Monday to take it and listen to wherever you're at. Tell everybody, tell your friends, tell people you hate, tell the guy at Wawa, be like,
yeah, of course.
Go and listen to the show. We appreciate you for being here today, and we want to thank you for joining us this evening for this recording. Meanie, and again, as always, thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind of the Meanie. Peace.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/mindofthemeanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
Dad, why is Blue Meanie's brain out?